Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. I have something to say. Oh, we can dive right in. I thought a LeBron fan said something. I don't care what he scored. Oh, he scored a 20-point, 15 and 15 game, first ever game 1 loss to the AC. Our 250-pound king was doing between the knuckle, between the leg, between the butt cheek passes out the stadium to the virtual fans. Wow. I kid you not. I saw everything turn over. I said, this is a 250-pound GOAT. This is the greatest of all time. He should be attacking the rim, correct? He's over here passing the ball like Jason Williams. What's going on? I'm confused. And I hate to be the one to say it, and I didn't even want to say that. I thought a LeBron fan said something. I heard a LeBron fan tweet talking about the Lakers didn't lose this. LeBron didn't lose this, the Lakers lost. Okay, see, and that's what we're not going to do. I had to put a stop to that. Game 1. LeBron fans, I know this is the first playoffs that I've been with you guys, okay? You know me, you know me, okay? Y'all told me that playoff LeBron was lethal. I was following your lead. I've never witnessed playoff LeBron on my team, ever, right? So I'm taking your lead. And what did he do? He's over here playing NBA Jam, doing NBA Jam passes. He's playing NBA Streak. He's playing NBA 2K Blacktop. I said, babe, this is a playoff. I thought LeBron fans said something. Now, what I will say about LeBron, he did have 15 assists. You know, your local Oakland point guard had 5. Point guard. You know, our small forward had 10 more assists than him. But once again, we lost. You know what I mean? We lost. So that's not a big stat to compare. You know. But yeah, I just had to bring it up. We're gonna talk about you, Danny Green. And I hate to say this. But Danny Green, let me look at your stats. God forbid I see a 0 or a 1 3-pointer made. Because Danny Green, I hate to say it, and I don't know if anyone's told you this, you were signed to shoot threes. I know, right? You were signed to shoot threes and play D. That was it. You weren't signed to you know? You were signed to shoot threes. Let me see. Let me go on your stats. You had 10 points. Didn't seem like it. Let me see your threes. You had 2 3-pointers made out of 8, 25% from 3. And your field goal percentage was 33%. And I'm gonna be the one to say it, because I know no one else wants to say it. You did worse than that. The stat line makes you look better than you did. You did worse than that. And I'm gonna give you, grace. And I know I'm not in the bubble. I don't know how. I'm not a professional player. You did worse than that, Danny. And I'm sorry. I love you, Danny, but you did worse than that. You're blocking people on Twitter for telling the truth. Danny Green, you did worse. Danny, I just want to be the one to put it out there. This is just accountability. I'm your accountability partner. Danny, you're missing threes, Danny. That's your bread and butter. Okay? We're going to move on from you, and we're going to go straight to KCP. I don't even have to look down at the phone, KCP. I'm not going to look. Matter of fact, let me go look. You scored 1 point, Caldwell. You scored 1 point, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 steals. What a stat line. You went 0%. You went 0% from the field. KCP. Now, pardon me if I'm out of line here, but I thought we had bullied this out of you. Twitter bullied you for months, and then you kind of went on a streak. You're back to ground 1 in the playoffs. So what's going on? Somebody tell me what's going on. I'm confused. I'm gonna go right off of you, Caldwell. JaVale, you're just gonna have to step up. JaVale's one of my favorite players on the team. You're just gonna have to step up, and I'm gonna leave it there. This is me being an accountability partner. You're welcome. You're just gonna have to step up, and it's okay. But you're just gonna have to step up, JaVale. 6 points. You were fighting in there. 8 rebounds. I appreciate it. You're just gonna have to step up a little bit more, just like Dwight Howard did. Let's all give a hand clap to Dwight. Dwight was good. All right. The refs were hunting him. We saw it. We saw it. And I hate to be the one to bring that up. The refs were literally locked in on Dwight whole game. They were following him. So you can't be doing the dumb fouls. Getting into foul trouble like you did. But the defense was great. The aggressiveness was great. I'm gonna need you to get more than 4 points. You see how quickly that just changed from praise to slander? I need you to get more than 4 points. It's funny because you think that I'm on your guys' side. Okay, let's move on. Alex Caruso only scored 2 points, but efficiency rating was 12. That's what I'm talking about. The stats don't always show everything. LeBron James, y'all GOAT, had a 23, 17, 16 stat line. Beast, right? He was -3 in efficiency. Anthony Davis was -20. I'm gonna get to you, Anthony, because you did score 28. You know, I had a friend call me up. Reggie called me up talking about Winding Gabriel locking him up. That rookie locking him up. The rookie that scored 4 points. You know, Anthony scored 28. You know, but this was a horrible game from him. I will say that once again. Efficiency rating in the -20s. And I can't make that up. And I really didn't like to read that. I hated to read that. And I hated to even say that I said that. You know, everybody was in the negatives, but 2 people, 3 people. You know, Anthony, maybe, you know, when we see no bigs in the paint, maybe we don't stay out on the 3, stutter stepping and triple threading and pump, you know, maybe we go and attack, you know, maybe. And I'm just going to throw that out there as an option for you. You know, maybe we go to the rim. Maybe LeBron, you know, we stop trying to get on the highlight reel for the best bubble passes. Maybe we attack. Maybe we use our 250-pound frame that they literally cannot stop, and maybe we attack. But that's just a suggestion. Who am I? Who am I to say that? Who am I? I'm just a Laker prophet. I literally said if they lose any games, it would be game 1, right? Laker prophet's never wrong, right? I said it. So that's why I'm not too bent out of shape. You know me. Y'all know me. I could get on here and yell. You know how I get. You know, I'm not on here crazy. It's just because I knew game 1. I said it in the podcast. I am the Laker prophet. I said if there's anything we lose, I said the series was going to go to 6 or 7 games. Y'all said sweep. You were wrong. I was right. Yes, the burden of being the Laker prophet, the burden of being right is heavy. Yes. But I did say I'll give you guys game 1. And we did lose game 1. So Laker prophet, once again, right? Clap it up for me. Thank you, and thank you. But let's go over to Portland. Damian Lillard, 34. I like that stat. I like that we contained him to a 34. I needed someone in the Lakers to be in the 30s. That's the problem. But we contained him. Dwight Howard was hedging him, and I love to see it. Dwight, you have to get another round of applause for that. Thank you. And the round of applause stops because you got 4 points. Okay. Hassan Whiteside, a whopping 7 points. Gary Trent Jr., the offensive phenom, a whopping 5 points. Goodness gracious. How did they even win? I'm looking at the stat line. It's abysmal. Carmelo Anthony did have a nice stat line. I will say that. He was actually very efficient. Oh, -2 efficiency. What's going on? Winding Gabriel, he was doing his thing defensively, but he didn't really do, you know, on offensive side. Nurkic was just killing. And I just hate to be the one to say that. CJ McCollum, he did his thing. He didn't go off, but he did his thing. But let me tell you something that I saw from the stat line right after I tell you the true reason why we lost this game. Here's the reason we lost this game, and I hate to be the one to say this, and I hate that I have to say this, and I didn't even want to say that. But Frank Vogel sold the game. I said Frank Vogel threw the game away. I said Frank Vogel is on the Trailblazers payroll, and you didn't hear it from me first. No reason why Dion Waiters shouldn't sniff the court. He played for a good whopping 50 seconds. Oh, you think I'm lying? You can look at the stat sheet. He played for a whopping 50 seconds. One of our most lethal offensive players. Waiters Island bubble cheese for no reason. You know what I mean, And we're playing him 30 seconds. He sniffed the court, and you take him out. And we leave people like KCP in that scores 0 points, and he's playing 30 minutes, big minutes. We don't even let our bench players see the court. There's something fishy with that has never been done. I've never seen it in these bubble games. We've been giving them time. So now for me, that's a red flag. I'm starting to think that there's some foul play. I'm starting to think that the coach is now conspiring. I don't know. But honestly, let's use some common sense, do some logic. All jokes aside. For real. You know, like that, I feel like we can both look each other in the eye and say, at the same time on 3, 1, 2, 3, that doesn't make sense, you know? And I know you want to be a Laker hater and joke, but really, honestly, like if you have Dion Waiters sitting on the bench, you mean to tell me you're not going to play him the whole game? There was absolutely no reason for that. That is what I call egregious. You can look that up. That's what I call egregious, and Frank Vogel needs to be dealt with accordingly by league officials. I think we need to look into tampering. And I hated to be the one to say that. And I didn't even want to say that. You know what I mean? So that's that. But what I will say with the stat line, the bright side to it, guys, it is game one. Like I said, I am the Laker prophet. I said this would happen. I said, I'll give you guys game one. I said, you know, whatever. I am right. Yes. But there are things we can exploit. Yes, it is a tough matchup simply because we have to like shift everything to guard Damian Lillard, and the double teams and the traps can just bite you in the butt. You know, that's what happens when you have a Damian Lillard. That's what happens when you have players that are scoring from the three-point line. That was all shade to the Lakers. I'm in the shade room right now. Actually, shade to the Lakers. But hashtag Lakers. But on the other hand, when I say we were literally missing, like we are at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, I'm talking about rock bottom. And there's nowhere to go but up, you can't look me in the eye and tell me that I'm lying. I mean, that was literally the worst performance and the worst coaching. I mean, I'm gonna put my right hand up and I'm gonna read the stat to you. The people, J.R. Smith played 0 minutes. Dudley, 0 minutes. Quinn Cook, 0 minutes. Dion Waiters, 1 minute. It was really just 0 minutes. He didn't even sniff the court. I put my hand up to that. I'm not even lying, I promise you. You know, so there's something wrong with that. Literally 4 of our players didn't even touch the court and the game was close. So I'm not like tripping like this when I tell you any other team, if they had played like the Lakers played, oh, they'd be down by so much, you know what I mean? But legit, like we only ended up being down by 7. Really it was like down by 2, 3, you know, free throws and stuff like that. But we were really only down by a small margin and we played literally rock bottom. So yes, I have to hope and bank on the fact that we're gonna make more of our shots. Also, Kuzma didn't have too many possessions on offense, but when he did, he went off. And that's the third option that you guys said was trash and that he couldn't be the third option, but he was doing well. Another note is that LeBron and Anthony Davis in the fourth quarter were remarkably silent. They weren't really stepping up, whereas Kuzma and some of the other guys, even Danny Green, I know, right, was stepping up, which is weird because I could have sworn playoff Bron and like, you know, AD, they're supposed to be the guys that are taking it, putting the mantle on their back. So very confusing to me. It did throw me for a little bit of a loop. But like I said, going into game 2, I expect, first of all, Laker prophet, I'm telling you, we're gonna win it. And I hate to be the one to say it, because the Laker haters right now, they're happy. You know, they're at home, like tucked under the covers right now with their weighted blanket. You know what I mean? AC blasting. They're like this. They're like, they're rosy cheeks. They're like super happy. They like get energy from us losing because it doesn't happen so often. Clearly we were first seed, you know, we literally lost the least in the league, I think, or like second least. So they don't really get this opportunity often. So Laker fans, I encourage us to just don't attack. Like when you see the Laker haters rejoicing and like tweeting and trying to be cryptic and like hide their hate, but just criticize the Laker, let them have their moment, guys. It doesn't happen often for them. Ask them where their team. You know, Bucks just lost to the Magic. You know, Clippers got bailed out by the refs. You know, so let's not sit here and go after the Laker haters, please. Laker prophet already said we would lose game 1. I called it, right? I said if anything, I'll give you guys game 1. I literally said it. It's on the record. It's on the air. So let's not attack them. Let's let them have their time. They're literally sitting in their bed with their feet kicked up with some chamomile tea, giggling, you know, just very excited, you know, just elated that we lost. And this is like the highlight of their year. So why, my thing is like, why spoil it? You know, why spoil it? So I'm gonna let y'all have your moment. I'm gonna dip. Said we would lose game 1, you know, and I mean, we did play like trash. So, and I just had to come on here and hold you guys accountable. And I hated to be the one to do it. And I hated to say that, and I hated to even see that I had to say it. You know, when I watch this back to edit, I'm gonna hate to see it. And I'm gonna hate to edit this, I'm gonna hate to post it, and I'm gonna hate to even say that I did that. Wow! You know, so I'm just gonna leave. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to Join the Splash Squad, alright? And subscribe to my HD channel where I will be reacting to all the highlights of the other games. So I'll do like a full game reaction of the Bucks versus Magic and Clippers versus Mavericks, all that stuff over on the HD channel. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. Comment down below what you guys think, even though I know y'all are gonna just tear me to shreds. I know. Come on with it. It's okay. I said we would lose game 1, whatever. I gotta go. Peace. Bye.